Grr. Arg. Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's where we are.
Yes.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
This very moment.
At this current moment.
Time for another FAQ Friday.
Yay!
And we got a fair amount of questions, so we're going to try to get right to it. Here we go. The first question is from the Mega Bacon, which is Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Hi.
Hi. All right, question for probably both Ryan and Angela. Not being very business-minded, I'm curious about what helps or hurts as a small business. I frequent all types of retailers for guitars and related accessories. Local, independent, large chain, online. Though, of course, I prefer the independent retailers when possible. Thank you. So if I'm putting in an order online for something that RNA carries that's not a larger purchase, let's say some particular strings or smaller accessories that I couldn't find locally, is it worth it for RNA to ship the small purchase? Does volume help regardless, or is it more effort and money than small purchases are worth? Thank you, the Mega Bacon.
Yes, thanks.
Well, I'll answer this one.
Yeah, because she deals with all that kind of stuff anyways.
Yeah, I actually have some guys who bought some strings, like the D'Addario NYXLs. I have a couple of customers, one in Nevada,
Yeah.
and then one in New Orleans, who they both wanted, you know, like a box of the NYXL strings, which is a reasonable purchase, you know, for strings, and they wanted to buy it for me, and so I shipped it to them. I did charge like maybe $2 or $3 for shipping, just to help a little bit. But it definitely was worth it for us, and for them it was kind of one of those things like, well, they could go to the local guitar center and buy it if they wanted to, but you know, personally they didn't want to, and they would rather buy it from a small mom and pop shop. So yeah, we ship smaller items like that if you want them. If I can do it without charging any shipping, I absolutely will.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, it might be like $1 or $2 for shipping, but you know,
not much.
Yeah, not that much. We can ship stuff that's smaller. And every little bit helps us, you know, as long as we're not losing money.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I mean, if you wanted to buy something from me and I was gonna lose money on the deal, then no, I wouldn't really be able to do it. There wouldn't be a lot of point to it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're gonna make a little something out of it, we're happy to help our customers wherever they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's worth it.
Yeah.
As long as we're not losing money, it's worth it.
Because we're in business to make money. We got to pay the bills.
Yeah, we do. Got to buy groceries.
Feed our giants.
Got to buy my children's some clothes.
And hand baby mama some clothes.
And some size 15 shoes for my 14-year-old.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So. Thanks, Mega Bacon.
Right. Thanks.
All right. Next one from Andrew Walker. Hey, Ryan and Angela. What was the hardest parts of when you started your business in the beginning, in terms of what you wanted to do, and then was there any compromises you had to make that you weren't aware of? Also, how hard was it in deciding what to stock, and how you were able to accomplish that in getting stock and suppliers that you were interested in and trusted? Many thanks. Keep rocking. You make me want to open my own guitar business someday, as you are very open and down to earth, unlike a lot of people who want something for nothing and will not give even the slightest of help. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate the question. We were just talking about this because it's been over 4.5 years now since we started.
Yeah.
And we had to start very small with the retail stuff. We started with teaching lessons. I mean, that was what we do. I went to school to be a teacher. I have a music degree to be a band director, to teach music in the public school system. So that's my education. So we started with lessons. A lot of small businesses will actually, their money really comes from a lesson program and like repairs and stuff like that. A fair portion of most smaller stores' income comes from that kind of stuff, lesson programs and doing repairs, like restringing guitars, you know, fixing stuff. And only a really small percentage sometimes comes from retail sales, unless you're a big mega chain where you're doing a ton of volume, you know. So with us, I had to start. It's not that difficult really to become a retailer. I mean, as long as you have your sales tax stuff worked out with the state or your country, you know, some paperwork.
Yeah.
That's not
isn't
that
difficult. You just go to a courthouse or you know.
That was super easy actually. It didn't cost a lot of money to get set up with a sales tax ID number and all of that. From that point, it's just call companies. Hey, I don't know who got called first, if it was D'Addario or Schecter or Orange. I don't know.
I think it was Schecter, because I don't think we had.
I think it might have been.
Yeah.
It was not. It was pretty quick. It's pretty quick that I got strings.
Yeah.
But, it was either Schecter or D'Addario, but I just called them and said, "Hey, my name's Ryan. I got a little store in East Texas called RNA Music, and I'm interested in carrying your product. What are your requirements?" They're like, "Oh, great. Well, here, you got to buy this much, and that'll get you started as a dealer." You know, they wanted to have, you had to send copies of your sales tax ID stuff. You know, that paperwork, they want to know that you're actually a store.
You should post, like, a photo of our rack.
I'll put a photo up of our very first accessory rack.
Our humble beginnings.
Check it out. Right? So, and that's all they want to, they just want to know that you've got your sales tax ID stuff. You're not just a person trying to get it for yourself.
Right.
So that's pretty easy. Now we decided we kind of had to work with who we could afford to work with, because we were very small. Like, we literally started with almost no money. Like hundreds of dollars, maybe. A couple of $100s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, you know, they just wanted, you know, most of the companies are easy to work with. Now, some had requirements that were, I'm not going to name names, but there were companies that were like, yeah, we need you to buy $16,000 in your first order. And it was like, whoa, okay, no, I can't do that. Or, you know, some companies are like, the requirements are different. It was like, you know, buy 12 guitars, or buy a certain number of guitars in your first order, and then a certain number more by the end of the year.
Right.
Some of them were dollar amounts, you know. But some of the companies were actually very eager to work with small companies, because there was no one else in our area that, they didn't have any representation. So it was kind of a mixture of, we worked with who we could work with, that we could afford to, that was willing to work with us on a smaller scale to get our foot in the door and get started. But also kind of, you know, I picked companies that I already liked. Like, I didn't pick companies that I didn't want to have anything to do with, or that I didn't like them just because they gave me an easy in. You know, we had companies that I liked the product. Like, I liked D'Addario, I liked their business practices. You know, I liked Orange already. You know, I liked Schecter guitars. I liked Washburn a lot.
Yeah, so really just go with what, you know, because we know people that their niche is like Washburn guitars. And one guy is like, he's the Taylor guy. You know, so you start calling the businesses that you feel like, if you love Taylor, if you love Fender, if you love Marshall, if you love whatever brand music-wise, if you want to be an amp guy, if you want to be a pedal guy, if you want to be, you know, band instruments, whatever, find out what it takes for those. Because they're, I mean, really, they're really easy to talk to and to get hooked up. I mean, they'll let you know because they want to be represented, you know, and because that means more money for them. Yeah.
Now, something to watch out for is, depending on how close you are to another store. You know, like, there was another store in our town when we started. They're not here anymore. Not my fault. But they were here, but they sold PV. And so, because there was another store in my town selling PV, I couldn't sell PV. It was just, they wouldn't have two dealers that were, like, you know, a mile away from each other.
Which, you know, that's understandable.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't need to have that kind of competition. And
not with amp companies. Not with string companies. You know, they want
not
their strings in every store they can get it in.
Yeah, no, it's not so much.
Yeah, so it is limited to how close the nearest dealer is, and there are some limitations. But, you know, you just call the companies you're interested in working with and ask them what they want. And a lot of times they'll be willing to work with you. Sometimes they'll be really set in stone. But
I think we should do like a whole video on how to get started in business, like a business video.
I did one, actually. I did a YouTube. How to start a guitar store.
You should do another one.
I should do another one.
With me in it.
I should. Let's see. Yeah, I hope that answered your question.
I think the most important thing is just getting started. I remember Ryan coming to me and saying, hey, you know, I think I want to start like a lesson studio and like do this. I'm like, go for it. I mean, why not? I mean, what's the harm it could do? I mean, at least you'll learn something.
What's the worst that could happen?
You know, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, and it wasn't like he was going to dive in like with a whole bunch of money, so we weren't really losing anything. Because at first it was just phone calls. And so, you know, that's why that's what I say. Just get out there, talk to people, you know, and find out what would be better for your community and, you know, for you financially.
My friend Ike over at Flipside Music in Denver, Colorado,
Talk to Ike today.
Ike, you know, he's a Chapman dealer and he sells lots of stuff, Mogami cables, and Ike has a really good story. He started in his basement with a couple $100 selling accessories online.
Yeah, kind of like us.
So yeah, and he didn't even do lessons. He just started selling stuff. So there's a way you can start.
You can do it.
You can do it.
We believe in you.
All right, thanks, Andrew. XL Shred, question for both of you guys. Who are your favorite non-guitar related YouTubers? Thanks. Who's your favorite non-guitar music related YouTube person?
Right now, since I've been doing a lot of crocheting, it's Golden Jelly Bean. that's her name. She's on Instagram also, and so yeah, Golden Jelly Bean. She's really awesome. I've been making my link doll. If you follow me on Facebook, I've been making that, and she's the one who, I mean, she does all the stuff. So her, and I haven't watched them in a while, but Blimey Cow. They're pretty funny guys. Check them out. They're pretty funny.
Messy Mondays.
Messy Mondays. They do these videos, and it's pretty kind of like, almost like a Jerry Seinfeld-esque about, you know, stating the obvious type
they have
stuff.
some skits.
They're real big skits.
Pretty funny.
But that, I don't know. I don't really do.
You don't watch a lot of YouTube. She actually watches YouTube for like, I need to know how to crochet this certain thing.
Yeah, I do actually instructional stuff.
She doesn't watch it for entertainment.
No. I mean, if I'm feeling nostalgic, I'll be like, you know, Boys to Men, you know, yesterday or something. I'll type in stuff that I'm like, oh yeah, or some video. But those are Golden Jelly Bean. She's my girl right now.
Yeah. I watch a lot of music-related YouTube stuff. It's all guitar-related, mostly that I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, you do.
But I like Tobuscus, Toby Turner.
So do our boys.
Oh yeah, my kids.
Oh my gosh.
My sons love Tobuscus, and so does one of my drum students. She's all about Toby Turner. So, he's pretty funny. I enjoy his videos. I watched. I hate to almost admit this out loud because they're kind of raunchy, but I like the Hodge twins when it comes to like fitness and lifting weights. I know, don't listen to them. There's so much language with them. But
I mean, you're an adult.
I'm a grown up. You're a grown up.
Don't judge.
I don't let my kids.
Come on, y'all.
I don't let my kids watch the Hodge twins.
No,
but I listen to them with headphones on because they got some pretty funny stuff about weightlifting and fitness and health and how to eat.
Yeah.
You know, you take it all with a grain of salt, though. It's all just advice.
Yes.
It's just their opinions. But mostly I watch guitar stuff pretty much 90% of the time.
You like those food guys.
Oh, Epic Mealtime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch them sometimes.
You know, when you're telling people about them. Usually it's just
not real often.
kind of spreading the word.
I don't watch a lot of their newer stuff, but the older stuff. But
yeah.
That's it for me. My boys like to watch some of the video game. Who's their
Venturian?
Venturian? I don't know. He's a video game person, but Toby Turner is probably the one I like that I actually will watch.
So that's about it.
Yeah.
If y'all have any good ones that are kind of clean,
that are worth watching,
let us know because we like finding new things to watch and see.
Yeah. So that's some of our favorite YouTubers.
Yeah. There you go.
Next is Big John. Ryan, I have a serious question this time. I hear all the time when you order a guitar and it is shipped to you, you should let it acclimate for 24 hours. Do you feel this is true? And I heard out west lack of humidity is not good for your guitar. I've seen humidifiers for guitars. Now living in swamps of Florida, obviously not a problem.
No.
However, how about too much humidity? Would it be a bad idea to keep some of those dry silicate packs that say do not eat them in your guitar case? And I would be interested.
Do not eat them.
Don't eat those. Don't. It's not candy.
I don't know. I thought that was funny.
I would be interested in an RNA limited guitar. Hey. You say it's going to be a monster. Good. I hope it's heavy, set neck, and pickups so hot electricity arcs from the strings to my fingers. It would be a beast.
That would be pretty beastly.
It would be
almost like
the most awesome Chapman guitar.
Yes.
It would be a meal. It would be an axe worthy of a Viking warrior. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it would probably be the best Chapman guitar made up to this point ever.
In the history
with my specs.
Of all guitars.
They're all great. I love all the Chapmans. But my personal spec'd out one would be the best. It's the best.
Of course a Texan would say something like that.
Well, it's the
Everything
truth.
we do is awesome.
It would be awesome. It would be absolutely awesome. All right, as far as the acclimate for 24 hours, I've heard guys say the same thing. I've heard guitar techs, dudes who are professional techs, say, yeah, you should do that. And some say,
Not so
doesn't
much.
really matter. So I just say take it with a grain of salt. If you're concerned, really concerned, then yes, I would.
Yeah.
You know, I would let them sit for a while. Well, mostly if something's coming from like Arizona and going to Alaska, there's major temperature changes and humidity changes, then yeah, by all means let it acclimate, but it's still going to have to be reset up and readjusted. You know, if you're really concerned, it's for acoustic guitars more so, but having, you know, a humidifier. I mean, you can have a little. We have one here at the shop that tells me what the humidity level is in the shop. You know, so you can.
Not a humidifier.
I don't have a humidifier, but I actually do have something that tells me. Because an air conditioner dehumidifies.
Right.
You know, it's basically major fluctuations in temperature and humidity, like which happens in Texas. You know, it can go from 100% humidity to like 60% humidity. You know, but
in a day.
Yeah.
Especially in East Texas.
I'd say if you're concerned, yeah, let them acclimate. A lot of times I get guitars from Washburn that come from Mississippi. It's where their warehouse is. And it comes to Texas, I bust them open right then. I don't have any. I've never had a problem. So I think it was coming from somewhere major different than So
let it sit.
But if you're concerned about it, it's not going to hurt it to let it acclimate for sure. So err on the side of caution.
There you go.
Yeah. Keep losing my spot. Dang it. Next we have Tim Worley.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. I salute thee. Even if you don't love Thor. Angela, thoughts on the new doctor? Like our local doctor?
Dr. Daly is right on.
General practitioner?
General practitioner. OBGYN. What?
He's
I'm
not.
a girl. I like Peter Capaldi from what I've seen. This is a horrible Whovian thing, but I haven't seen the new episodes yet. We don't have that cable. We don't have BBC America, so anymore.
We used to have DirecTV, and now we don't because the guys outside laying a gas line down the road cut our service.
They cut it. They cut the line.
Cut the line.
So I don't have it at the moment, but from all the posts in Nerdist, the Nerdist blogs, because I follow the Nerdist, he seems pretty great. Even the clips, like the new episode with Robin Hood that's coming up, I think he's doing a pretty good job. I'm still not used to seeing someone so old as the Doctor. And so grimacing and so, weird.
I think he's lame.
Well,
I don't have to see an episode. I don't have to even see an episode to tell you he's lame.
I thought Matt Smith was going to ruin
Old guy.
Doctor Who's name. Because I thought he was too young. So, I don't know. I'll give him a chance. I'm kind of upset that Clara is not going to be his companion for very long now.
All I care about is The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So.
Which comes out in a month.
So there
Just
you
a
go.
few weeks. October 10th.
We're undecided because we haven't watched the episodes yet. We'll let you know.
I'll let you know when I watch him.
We have to go over to my dad's house and watch it because he's got satellite.
But he doesn't have BBC America.
Dang it! He's not even English. He can't even speak English. Ryan, besides Chapman, D'Addario, and Washburn, what are some of the other brands sold by RNA Music? Pedals, accessories, amps, drums, and so forth. Well, thanks for asking, Tim. As far as some of the pedals, well, I am a TC Electronic dealer. So anything from TC Electronic, it's electronic, not electronics. People say TC Electronics, but it's not electronics, it's TC Electronic.
Like Cool Whip.
Cool. TC Electronic. I'm also actually a dealer for Mojo Hand Effects, which are some great, great pedals made here in Texas by Texans, for Texans, and people who are not Texans.
So obviously they're awesome.
Yeah, Mojo Hand Effects. Great dudes. I like them. I've only gotten a couple of pedals from them, but I can get anything in their lineup. So Mojo Hand Effects, Orange. Okay. Anything from Orange Amps, we get.
Yeah.
Randall Amplifiers. Randall's a part of US Music family, which Washburn is a part of. So anything from US Music, such as Parker and Phonic, and a couple of any of the other stuff that's a part of that family, I can get.
Yeah.
So that stuff. Let's see. D'Addario has a lot of accessories. So we get anything that they make, which was Planet Waves, but now they're kind of rebranding it to where it's not Planet Waves cables. It'll be D'Addario, because D'Addario's a bit more well known than Planet Waves, but it's the same company.
So we get quite a bit of
Evans Drumheads. They're part of the D'Addario family. ProMark drumsticks, which were made in Texas. ProMark are part of the D'Addario family now.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? There's some really cool cleaning stuff for your instruments that I can get. Music Nomad. That's what they are. Music Nomad. Great cleaning supplies, accessory stuff. I can get a lot of other things, just sort of off-the-wall things from KMC. So I can get Dunlop stuff.
Which is a huge jump from where we started.
Yeah.
Reference the picture before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Kaiser.
Yeah.
Kaiser capos.
They're local.
Yeah. Texas. Now it's kind of funny with Kaiser because I have to order them from, like, because they don't go direct. Like, you can't walk into their offices and get stuff. I have to get their stuff from other places. But we do carry Kaiser, and I actually do talk to those guys because they're local people. They're pretty cool. But Kaiser straps. They make strings, so I do get some Kaiser strings too.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it right now. I've got my eye on a couple other brands. We've been eyeballing ESP Ltd. I've been talking to them for a while, actually. So hopefully by the end of the year, we might be adding ESP to our lineup of brands.
Every time you say that, you sound like a Jawa.
What?
LTD.
LTD. LTD. ESP.
OTD.
LTD. So there you go, Tim. Thanks, dude. Bled 500. How do I find your Chapman guitar pricing on your site? I can't seem to find them on your site. Do I have to call, or is there a contact email on your site?
Yeah, it's a sticky wicket.
Yeah, well, it depends on which site you're looking at. We actually have two websites. We have the original, which is the rnamusiconline.com that I made back when we started 5 years ago, which was crap because I just did it myself and it was cheap.
It wasn't crap.
It wasn't crap. It was all right. It had our contact info. It had our contact info, which is our email and phone number and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So we have that site. We have the new site, which is rna-music.com, which is I just now have access to it. It's been being built by my web designer guy friend. It's not a guy friend. He's a guy who's my friend. A web guy who's a friend. Anyways. So, we have the new site. I just now have access to it where I can go into it and upload things. So, pretty soon, hopefully by this weekend, I'll start uploading our Chapman inventory to our new website. But yeah, if you're interested right now, call us. The shop number is 903-567-2233. Yeah, you can email us, rnamusic@live.com. I get messages through Facebook all the time. Live! Facebook messages, So contact us directly, and I'll tell you what we got and what it costs.
Yeah.
But coming soon, on the new website, I'll have all the pricing and stuff. So it's been a work in progress to get the new website. It's been a long process, but it's just about there. So, and I think that is all of the questions.
Yay! Not yay. Boo.
Boo. Is that all the questions?
Yep, that was it.
Yay, we answered all your questions. All right, thank you so much for asking. If you have some more questions for next week, please feel free to leave them below in the comments section. Please subscribe to our channel to see more of me and Angela. And go ahead, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It kind of makes a difference. All those little thumbs up things and likes, and it makes a difference to YouTube and how videos place. And we appreciate it. It makes us feel happy. And our heart places. So, leave us a question for next week. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you.
Yes, it's been wonderful.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
I feel loved.
I know.
I feel loved by strangers.
Cozy.
Is that weird?
No, that's how the world should work.
Loved by strangers. See, when you say it out loud, it feels a little odd.
Well, when you slow it down.
Loved by strangers. Yeah. They're not strangers. They're our friends.
They are.
I feel loved by subscribers.
That have become our friends.
Yeah.
Our only friends.
I have friends.
Yeah, we have friends.
I have like 4 friends.
Yeah.
2, really.
Yeah.
1 mostly. He's bitter about being a bass player, though. I have 1 bitter bass friend. So anyways, that's enough for tonight. Thank you, guys. Keep the music alive. The music needs you. We need the music. If the music dies, the world ends. So, talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Carl.
No. Crossbow.
Oh.
I smacked your booty.
You did what?